Welcome guys, thank you for tuning in. It's much appreciated. We're gonna talk about Zuck, the Inferno. I'm gonna make a guide for you guys. For first capers, for multiple capers, it's quite easy. Don't worry, you will get it. Make sure to like and subscribe. That's gonna be so much appreciated by you guys. Really, it does make a change for me. So thank you for that. Anyway, what we're doing right now is the last triple blood barraging yourself up. The reason that I like to do that, if I know I won't make a mistake and I play correctly against Jet, that means that we can start with 115 HP. Because we're going to barrage to 99 right about now. Then we drink at least one potion. So we're 115 with the Sarah. And then we drink up our Bastion potion, do a hit, and we should be fine. This way we start with 115. And right about now, when Jet is about to die, there is one thing which could help you for a little bit of speed, a little bit of extra flair, let's say, right? And that is right-clicking on the interface when the pop-up and the cutscene is about to start. So right now, it is good to actually right-click him and do a first hit after the cutscene. So the shield is either left or right. Totally RNG. Most important thing is, we have the timers. You can just download it in RuneLite, it's a plugin. Very, very easy. The second most important thing is, it always will spawn the set, so the Major and Ranger, on the third bounce. So left was one, right the second bounce, which means that this time, the third bounce, actually where we start the timer. And I will showcase the timer on the stream as well, of course. Make sure you always click on the marked tiles, and you should be fine. So about here, we start the timer. You actually hit at least once the Major, depending on where you stand, but you at least attack it once. Then you completely focus on the Ranger. Make sure you can kill him. You can also use your blowpipe to get some special attacks back, and maybe you don't need to brew, which will be very, very nice. Don't be fancy. Guys, don't be fancy. Ignore the Major, hit Zuck, because we want to have him to at least sub 600 HP. Eat up, take your time, keep hitting. Better to be a little bit brew down and do a hit than no hit at all, right? Because the timer is still running. The timer will only be paused once we are sub 600 HP on Zuck. And only then we will actually tag the Major and kill him, because the timer is off and we have all the time in the world. Don't forget, you must also, of course, do your stamina potion and re-bastion. So we have now 600. We resume it very soon. We kill the Major, and we have a little bit extra time right now. 4 minutes and 12 seconds. So keep hitting, keep going towards the next safe spot. You should be fine. Watch out for the corners, and we started it right now. We actually proc it on 480. It's perfect. We're going to attack as soon as possible our Jet. Make sure you still walk with the certain tiles, and you should be fine. Also, you can better attack with a T-bow than actually do a barrage. Let's say you do a barrage or whatever, right? And you miss a certain hit, you might die either by Zuck, or you might die, if you're not overbrewed, by Jet. So keep on pace and just do a hit on the middle tile. You should have more than enough time. Doesn't really need to. You just keep the safe tiles and you do only 4 hits. A rotation, sure. Or 3 hits, completely fine. This makes it's rather difficult because your screen is actually turned towards Jet, which might off-put you a little bit. And if you don't know whether you have the long range of your bow of Faradin or T-bow or whatever you're using, just take your time. Turn around, do an extra hit. Now on 240, the shield will actually be more of an close in pattern of walking, right? You want to hit the nibblers and you want to stay consistently behind the shield. So make sure you only tag and proc it on corners. If you tag in the middle, Zug will heal a lot, which is something you don't really want to do. I actually did 2 hits, then I took my blowpipe out. I completely ignored the other 2, took the T-bow, back to the blowpipe, tagged the last one, and now just focus. Don't equip your redemption. In my opinion, redemption is a difficult thing to work with, because if you proc or you don't proc and you get a double hit, like an 8 and 8, you're just dead if that falls from the same game tick. It does not work. But pre-mage, so if there is a second set, for example, you're already prepared for the second set if you're kind of slow. Makes sense. Keep in mind, you can still blowpipe spec a whole lot. Shouldn't be too difficult. Make sure to walk with the shield, because this time you have to. I cannot stress enough, have to walk the shield. The aggression is twice as fast from the Zug balls, and therefore original safe spots don't really work anymore. So we keep 2 patting, 2 walk, 2 hit, walk, etc. You can match it maybe with a T-bow if you're on long range and you want to be faster, but you can do your T-bow as well. And just ignore a certain, let's say, healer, right, if it's too far. So it's procced, so it won't be healing, so you focus Zug, but it's totally up to you, of course. I actually kind of misclicked there. It happens, but we should be fine. Now we have about roughly 1 minute and 1 second left, so keep that in mind. We have 200 HP, cooled proc. If it proc, we're gonna do the exact same thing as before. You only once hit the major, and then completely focused on the ranger. And we do not switch to protect the ranging. We just camp that with our off-prey and heal up. But it is not needed. Anyway, this should be completely fine. Good luck, guys.